If you're thinking about moving to Utah right now, or maybe you've been watching the Salt Lake City housing market from out of state, there's something you need to understand. Salt Lake City is changing faster than it has at any point in recent history. And we're not just talking about a few new apartment buildings or another shopping center going up. There are billions of dollars being invested across the Wasatch Front right now. And many of these projects are going to completely reshape how people live, work, and spend their time over the next decade. Now, a big reason for the monumental shift is the 2034 Winter Olympics. Since Utah has officially secured the bid, we've seen a tremendous amount of investment from private developers, local governments, and major organizations preparing for future growth. And if you're a home buyer, investor, or someone planning a move to Utah, understanding where this growth is happening can make a huge difference. So today we're counting down the 10 biggest projects changing Salt Lake City right now. And by the end of this video, you'll have a much better understanding of where the city is headed and what that could mean for the housing market. But before we jump in, there's one thing you need to understand. A lot of people assume Utah can just keep expanding forever because there is so much open land. The reality is Salt Lake City is essentially landlocked. You have the Wasatch Mountains to the east, the Ochre Mountains to the west, Utah Lake to the south, and the Great Salt Lake to the north. Because buildable land is limited, cities are starting to grow differently. We're seeing a lot more mixed-use projects, more density, and more walkable communities than ever before. And that is exactly what many of these projects have in common. Now let's start with number 10 on the list. Number 10 on the list is the Astra Tower. For decades, the Salt Lake City skyline remained relatively unchanged, but that's beginning to change with the Astra Tower. Standing 41 stories tall and roughly 450 feet high, it is now the tallest building in Utah. It's located in the heart of downtown. It brings hundreds of luxury apartments and penthouse units directly into the city center. What's really interesting isn't just the building itself, it's what it represents. Historically, most people moving to Utah wanted a larger home and a suburban lifestyle, but that's really no longer true for everyone. We're seeing more young professionals and remote workers and out-of-state transplants looking for walkability. They're looking for restaurants, entertainment, and shorter commutes. And the success of Astra has shown developers that there's real demand for high-end urban living in Salt Lake City, and we are already seeing additional high-rise projects that are being proposed for downtown. Now, for anyone considering downtown living, this project is one of the clearest signs that Salt Lake City is continuing to mature as a true urban market. Now, number 9 on the list is the Green Loop. One of the most unique things about Salt Lake City is the street grid system. If you've ever visited downtown, you've probably noticed how wide the roads are. Now, historically, these streets were designed by early pioneers for things like wagons and livestock, but the result is a city that's easy to navigate, but often feels dominated by cars. Now that's where the Green Loop comes in. The Green Loop is a planned 5.5-mile network of parks, trails, bike paths, and pedestrian spaces that will wrap around the downtown core. The project includes thousands of new trees, expanded green space, improved pedestrian access, and stronger connections between many of the downtown major destinations. Now, what's really interesting is that this project isn't really about landscaping. It's about changing how people experience downtown Salt Lake City in general. As more people move into the urban core, projects like the Green Loop make downtown living more attractive by creating easier access to recreation, dining, and public gathering spaces. And for many buyers relocating from larger cities, walkability matters, and the Green Loop is a major step in that direction. Number 8 on this list is the TechLink transit expansion. Now here's what that means. If Salt Lake City is going to continue growing, transportation has to maintain pace, and that's where the TechLink comes in. The proposed transit expansion is designed to improve connections between the airport, downtown Salt Lake City, the University of Utah, and several major employment centers throughout the valley. Historically, Utah has been much more car dependent than many larger metro markets, but projects like TRAX, FrontRunner, and future transit expansions are beginning to change that. And what's interesting is that transit doesn't just affect traffic. It often influences where future developments happen. Areas near transit corridors frequently become more attractive because of the convenience they offer to commuters. That's one reason developers are paying such close attention to these long-term transportation plans. Number 7 is the aerospace corridor. When people think about Utah's economy, they usually think about the Silicon Slopes. And while technology remains a major driver of the growth, it's not the only industry expanding in Utah. One of the biggest growth stories happening right now is aerospace and advanced manufacturing. The area surrounding Salt Lake City International Airport continues to attract major employers involved in aerospace engineering, defense technology, robotics, and manufacturing. Companies like Northrop Grumman, L3 Harris, and others continue to expand their presence throughout the region. Now, Now, what's important about this is really diversification. A healthy economy isn't dependent on a single industry. And the growth that we're seeing in aerospace, healthcare, finance, manufacturing, and technology creates a much stronger foundation for long-term economic growth. And that ultimately creates housing demand throughout northern Salt Lake County, Davis County, and parts of Weaver County. Number 6 on the list is the Rio Grande District and the Fleet Block. Now, for years, many people viewed Interstate I-15 as an unofficial dividing line between the east and west side of Salt Lake City. Traditionally, most out-of-state buyers focused on neighborhoods east of the freeway, but that's really beginning to change. A major reason is the amount of investment flowing into projects like Fleet Block in the Rio Grande District. Fleet Block is being transformed into a mixed-use community with housing, public gathering spaces, retail, and new urban development. And just a few blocks away, the Rio Grande District is seeing significant investment as well. Now, one of the major additions already underway is the new headquarters for USA Climbing, further reinforcing Salt Lake City's growth around its outdoor reputation. There's also ongoing discussion about moving portions of the rail infrastructure underground, potentially opening up additional land for future development. Now, whether all of those plans move forward remains to be seen. But what is clear is that the west side of downtown is receiving more attention than it has for decades. So for buyers, that creates an interesting opportunity because many of these neighborhoods remain more affordable than parts of the East Bench while still benefiting from substantial public and private investment. All right, number 5 is the Granary District. If you've talked to younger professionals moving to Salt Lake City recently, it's a pretty good chance you've heard them mention this area. Historically, this area was dominated by warehouses and rail lines and industrial buildings, but today it's become one of the most dynamic neighborhoods in the city. And what's interesting about the Granary District is that developers haven't simply torn everything down. Instead, many projects have preserved the industrial character while transforming the space for modern uses. Older warehouses now house breweries and restaurants, fitness studios, creative offices, coffee shops, and technology companies. And at the center of this growth are projects like Silo Park and Post District. Together, they've added thousands of residential units while creating the type of mixed-use environment that many younger buyers and renters are looking for. For people relocating from larger metropolitan areas, this often feels like one of the most familiar parts of Salt Lake City. It offers more urban lifestyle while still providing quick access to downtown, the airport, and the Wasatch Mountains. Many people compare what's happening here to successful redevelopment districts in places like Denver, Austin, and Nashville. And for anyone looking for a walkable, energetic neighborhood with a lot of local character, the Granary District has quickly become one of the most popular areas in Utah. Number 4 is the Salt Lake Temple renovation. Now, this is a big one. Whether you're religious or not, it is impossible to talk about Salt Lake City without talking about Temple Square. It's one of the most recognizable landmarks in the entire state and one of the biggest tourist destinations in Utah. Now, over the last several years, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been undertaking one of the most ambitious renovation projects in the city's history. The Salt Lake Temple has been undergoing a massive seismic upgrade and restoration designed to preserve the building for generations to come. And what's really fascinating is the scale of the engineering involved. Crews have essentially rebuilt portions of the foundation system while preserving one of the most historic structures in the American West. Now, as we move through 2026, much of the project is entering its final stages. Visitors are already seeing major progress throughout Temple Square, including newly completed portions of the campus and surrounding improvements. But what many people are really looking ahead to is the public open house scheduled for 2027. Officials have estimated that millions of visitors could come through downtown Salt Lake City during that period. So regardless of religious background, that is a tremendous amount of tourism actively concentrated directly in the downtown core. For hotels and restaurants and local businesses and property owners, that could create a significant economic boost. And more broadly, it continues raising the national and international profile of Salt Lake City. Now, getting down to our top 3. Number 3 is the Power District. One of the most ambitious projects currently planned in Salt Lake City is something called the Power District. This large-scale development is being led by the Larry H. Miller Company and covers roughly 100 acres on the west side of downtown between the airport and the city center. Now, a lot of people know this project because of its connection to Major League Baseball, something I'm personally excited about. Utah leaders have made it very clear that they would love to bring a Major League Baseball expansion team to Salt Lake City, and the Power District would serve as the centerpiece of that vision. The master plan includes housing, office space, restaurants, retail, entertainment venues, public gathering spaces, and major infrastructure improvements. In other words, this project isn't dependent on baseball to succeed. And what's really interesting is the location. Historically, neighborhoods like Rose Park and Poplar Grove were often overlooked by buyers relocating from out of state. Most people naturally gravitated towards the east side of the valley, but that's beginning to change. As more investment flows into the west side, we're starting to see increased interest in these neighborhoods because buyers recognize the long-term potential. Now, that doesn't mean home prices are going to double overnight, but it does mean mean that many buyers are taking a much closer look at areas that were previously off their radar. For people looking for opportunities closer to downtown, this is one of the projects worth paying close attention. Number 2 on our list is the Downtown Entertainment District. If you've spent any time downtown recently, you've probably noticed all the construction taking place around the Delta Center. What's happening here is much bigger than a simple arena renovation. The Smith Entertainment Group, led by Ryan Smith, is investing billions of dollars into what will become a completely reimagined downtown entertainment district. Now, most people know Ryan Smith as the owner of the Utah Jazz, but with the addition of Utah's new NHL franchise, the vision for downtown Salt Lake City has expanded dramatically. The Delta Center itself is being redesigned to better accommodate both NBA basketball and NHL hockey, with major upgrades planned throughout the arena. But what's really interesting is everything happening outside of the building. The long-term vision is to create a much more walkable entertainment district where people can spend an entire evening downtown without constantly moving their car. Plans include public gathering spaces, restaurants, retail centers, entertainment venues, and pedestrian-friendly connections throughout the downtown core. Historically, many people viewed downtown Salt Lake City as primarily a business district. People came downtown for work and then they left at the end of the day. But this project is designed to change that. For people relocating to Utah who want a more urban lifestyle, that's a pretty significant shift. And we're already seeing increased interest in condos, townhomes, and residential developments located within walking distance of the Delta Center because buyers recognize that this area could look very different over the next several decades. And while the entertainment district is one of the biggest projects in downtown Salt Lake City, the number 1 project on this list may end up having an even greater impact on the future of the entire valley. The number 1 project on this list is The Point. Now, let's head south down to Draper. If you've spent any time driving through the point of the mountain over the last several years, you've probably noticed the former Utah State Prison site. And for decades, that land was occupied by the prison. But once the facility relocated, it opened up something incredibly rare in Utah. Hundreds of acres of undeveloped land sitting directly between Salt Lake County and Utah County. And that's exactly where one of Utah's most ambitious projects is taking shape. And that development is called The Point. What's interesting about The Point is that it's not just another subdivision. The long-term vision is to create an entirely new mixed-use district that combines housing with office space, entertainment, innovation, restaurants, retail, and public gathering spaces. And in many ways, state leaders are hoping this becomes a new center of activity for the southern portion of the valley. One of the major projects already underway is Convergence Hall, which is designed to bring together universities, technology companies, researchers, entrepreneurs, and investors under one roof. The Point sits directly between downtown Salt Lake City and the Silicon Slopes in Lehigh, making it one of the most strategically located pieces of land in the entire state of Utah. The development includes plans for thousands of residential units, office buildings, restaurants, entertainment venues, and public spaces. And unlike many older parts of the valley, this community is being designed from the ground up all around walkability. The idea is that people can live, work, shop, eat, and spend time without constantly needing to drive everywhere. Now, we're still pretty early on in this stage, and a lot of what you're seeing today is infrastructure preparation and initial construction. But over the next decade, many people believe that the Point could become one of the most important economic and residential hubs in Utah. And for anyone relocating to Utah, especially professionals working in technology and healthcare, engineering, or the Silicon Slopes, this is absolutely one of the developments worth paying attention to. Now, here's the bigger picture and the entire point of this video. When you take a step back and you look at all 10 of these projects together, what's really interesting is that they're all connected. The Point, the Downtown Entertainment District, the Power District, Temple Square, the Canary District, the Green Loop, transit improvements, the Airspace Corridor, all of them are part of a much larger transformation that's happening across the Salt Lake Valley. Because for years, Salt Lake City was often viewed as a smaller mountain city with incredible outdoor recreation and access to world-class skiing. And while that's still true, the city is evolving. We're seeing more investment, more jobs, housing, more entertainment and infrastructure, and ultimately more people choosing to call Utah home. Now, that does not mean every change is perfect. Growth creates challenges. It can mean higher home prices, more traffic, and more competition, but it also creates opportunities, new jobs, new housing options, new amenities, and stronger long-term economic growth. So for anyone thinking about relocating to Utah, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is looking only at what neighborhoods look like today. Instead, it's important to understand where the growth is happening and how these projects could impact different areas of the valley over the next 5 to 10 years. That's why paying attention to these developments matters. Not because every project will dramatically change the market overnight, but because collectively they're helping shape the future of where people will want to choose to live, work, and spend their time throughout the Wasatch Front. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Out of all 10 projects that we talked about today, which one do you think will have the biggest impact on Salt Lake City over the next decade? Is it the downtown entertainment district? Is it the power district and a potential Major League Baseball stadium? Or maybe the green loop and the continued transformation of downtown? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you're thinking about relocating to Utah, whether that's next month or a year from now, my team and I would love to help. We talk to people relocating from all over the country every single week, and one of the biggest challenges they face is understanding which areas are the right fit for their lifestyle, whether it's budget or commute time or long-term goals. So if that's you, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our contact information is below in the description. We'd love to be your local resource. I'll see you in the next video.